We are back. We back. We back with episode 3 of what? Of me, animated mean, I mean animated male podcast. Hey, the animated male podcast. Hey, let me hear you say. Saying I'm just playing, I quit. All right. Episode number 3, Animated Male Podcast, man. Welcome back to it. I hope you all have had a beautiful weekend. I hope your weekend was full of nothing but complete bliss. I hope you all went to see the movies and went to see things that came out in the movies, such as The Lion King. The Lion King, which is the big thing that dropped this past weekend, a remake of the original like little kid film, the cartoon animation adapted and changed into a glorious technological advanced CGI film, which is actually pretty cool. So yeah, I went to go see Lion King this past weekend, and it was I have a few thoughts or gripes about the film, but overall I did enjoy it. Now, the reason why this film, didn't strike with me as the other one, because it wasn't the other one. It was okay. I know the movie by heart. I've watched the original probably over 20 times, and I've known the movie by heart since I was in like second grade, because I remember being in school and we went to the auditorium, and the teachers, they were telling we all gathered around, and we started watching the Lion King film. And while the film was on, I was reciting every word from when it first started. So much to the point where the teacher was like, "Jamel, you have to be quiet and let the other students watch the movie," and I was just like, okay. But still, it comes out naturally, because even in this film, granted they changed up the dialogue different times, I had to stop myself from saying, or my friend John, he was next to me, is like, if you don't stop saying the rest of this movie, yeah. So that's how it was for me watching the new one, or at least that's how it was on the old one. Knew it word from word verbatim. But when the new rendition of it, the graphics were dope. I'm glad they opened up the film with the whatever they say. I still don't know what the hell they say right there. But when they opened up the film, that web's like, oh, I got goosebumps. Like, yes, it's happening. And then, like, for me to see that opening, I have to adjust my eyes. My mind is looking like, okay, this is not going to be 2D animation. It's going to be, or 3D animation. It's going to be realistic. It's going to be, I guess 2D. Yeah, I guess 2D is right. Yeah. It'll be more realistic. And like the graphics are insane, man. Like, that's really one of the good things that I would say I enjoy about it. Granted, it's a little different from it being an actual lion, vessel, an actual lion without it looking cartoony. That took a little adapting, but once the movie got rolling, you get used to it a little bit. But I thought that was pretty dope how they show, like, Mufasa. He big as hell, man. Dude is big. Dude been in the weight room. But yeah, I thought that was dope how they made all the actual species be like look like animals that are in our reality. I thought that was pretty sick. So the graphics, hands down, were really legit. Like, I enjoyed that. The beginning, after I would say what I didn't like. Let's get into some of the stuff that I didn't like about the film. Okay, let's get there, and then we'll go to the good stuff that I enjoyed besides the graphics. What I didn't like, starting off, is the way Rafiki raised Simba in the air. Did not like it. Like, he was sitting down, like, just sitting down, raising him. Like, stand up, get over there, and then raise him up there, man. Raise him up there. Like, that's like an iconic moment. Like, they stepped on that, like, right there, man. So that rubbed me the wrong way initially. I was like, oh my gosh, I hope this film better not. And the thing is, I'm gonna let you know that this is my movie. So I know every scene, every word, every little background detail that happens. Like it's apparent to me. So these little things that may not be significant to most people, it's significant to me. I get it's a remake or whatever, but it's just things that I felt should have stayed in there. And him standing up, because it's on the VHS cover of the original one. It has him up there standing up. Like, you can't mess that up. And after that, they go into the Scar scene where Scar opens up with a mouse. And the little mouse, they gave that little mouse or rat or whatever it was, they gave it a freaking, like, a scene. Like, they gave it its own little moment. They stay. I was like, man, they giving him a lot of screen time. He got like 20, 30-second screen time. Not even that. Probably like 10, 15-second screen time in the original. This one, he got like good 2 minutes, you know what I mean? And then he stomps, boom. Granted, the dialogue's different in the anime, and not anime. The dialogue's different in the movie, how it is in the original film. In the original film, Smash grabs him. Life's not fair, is it? You see, I shall never be king, and you shall never see the lights of another day. And you. Didn't your mother ever tell you not to play with your food? What do you want? I'm here to announce that King Mufasa is on his way. So you better have a good excuse for missing the ceremony this morning. Ooh, now look, Zazu, you made me lose my lunch. Ha! You'll lose more than that when a king's hit through with you. He's as mad as a hippo with a hernia. Ooh, why quiver with fear? Scar, don't look me that way. Help! Scar. Drop him. Impeccable time, your majesty. Blah. Why, if it isn't my big brother descending from high to mingle with the commoners? Like, that entire scene right there, they changed up the dialogue a bit. And I felt as if they needed some of that dialogue to be there. Granted, I feel like it was cool. That was cool. The don't turn your back on me, Scar. Oh no, Mufasa, perhaps you shouldn't turn your back on me. Rawr, is that a challenge? Temba, I wouldn't dream of challenging you. Pity. Why not? Well, as far as brains go, I have the lion's share. But when it comes to brute strength, like that, they changed up the dialogue there, which, it rubbed me the wrong. I was like, fuck, man, I wish they had that dialogue there. But like, once again, I understand it's a new film, new stuff, but it didn't sit well with me with that part. But they did keep the iconic scene. So then after that, they go into him waking up. I'm glad they kept the scene where Simba and Mufasa is looking over Pride Rock or the Pride Lands, and they are, look, Simba, everything the light touches is our kingdom. Wow. He just starts giving them an example, like, and he'd be like, yo, what about that showery place? That's beyond our borders. We must never go there. I'm glad they kept that scene in there and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty dope. They did change the dialogue as well, so it kind of, but that's not too bad. Then from there, Mufasa and Simba, they go on more, and then they talk about eating antelope. But Dad, don't we eat the antelope? Yes, Simba, let me explain. When we die, our bodies become the grass, and the antelope eat the grass, and so we're all connected in a great circle of life. That's dope. Glad they kept that. Then Zazu shows up, and he's supposed to, good morning, sire. Good morning, Zazu. Checking in with the morning report. Fire away. What I didn't like right there is how they didn't set it up the same. Like, he's giving him the morning report, and then he's teaching him how to pounce. And then he said, what are you telling him, Mufasa? Simba? It's like, it's more hidden as Mufasa's telling him, like, yo, this is what you need to do, da 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 da. And he's talking, cheetahs never prosper, stay low to the ground, right? Yeah. And then, like, he doesn't see him, and then he pounces on him. They took away that excitement of that. Granted, he did pounce on him, but they still took away that excitement. Then the little groundhog dude pops up and lets him know that hyenas are in the Pride Lands, and then he tries to go. Can I go, Dad? No, son. I never get to do anything. Well, it's once you be king, you'll chase those mangy, harness, stupid poachers from dawn into dusk. Then he meets up with his uncle Scar. Now, in this scene, I feel as if when he meets up with his uncle Scar, they changed it up a lot, because it's more of a jab that that he does with his uncle Scar, because he talks to his uncle and tells him that I'm going to be the king, and I'm even going to be able to tell you what to do, or like that means you like I'll be you have to follow my orders or something along those lines. He said that in the film, and I was like, oh shit, that's different. And and what I would say is in this film for Scar, they made him more dark and evil. Like like granted, we know he's an evil bad guy and he's not good or anything, but it seems like in this in the film in his relationship isn't as solid or polished as it is in the other one, because it made at least because in this one he seems like kind of standoffish, as if he don't want anything to do with them. But in the the cartoon animation of it, they hey Uncle Scar, I'm gonna be King of Pride Rock. Oh goody. And then I'm gonna rule it all. Heh heh. Well, excuse me for not leaping for joy. Bad back, Hey Uncle Scar, when I'm king, what'll that make you? A monkey's uncle. You're so weird. You have no idea. Ah! So, your father showed you the whole kingdom, did he? He didn't show you it was beyond the rise of the northern border. Well, no, he said they couldn't go there, and he's absolutely right. Far too dangerous. Only the bravest lions go there. Well, I'm brave. What's out there? Simba, Simba. They go through that entire dialect where it's like a push and pull thing. He's trying to get this information out of Scar, and Scar is like, he's like, yeah, playing a little cool uncle, like, oops, an elephant, what? Oh, dear, oh dear, I said too much, So it's just like they took away that bouncing back and that curiosity that Simba originally once had about it. But in the film, that he just told him outright in conversation, you know. He didn't like Simba didn't like fight the axe for it once. No, he just told him about the elephant graveyard and stuff like that. And then he went on to see Nala and lick the mane and all that stuff. And can we go, which was fine and dandy. So then another part when after they got finished singing, "Oh, I just can't wait to be king." Funny thing is, pause this. Funny thing is like when I was a little kid, I always thought he said, "I can't wait to begin." I was like, I don't know, begin. That makes sense. But then after I was hearing the word, I was like, oh shit, king, king. It's king, But all right, back into the review. The Hakuna, the not Hakuna, the King song. I can't wait to be King song. That was pretty cool. I'm sure they couldn't do all the wild stuff that they did with the animals stacking on top of each other and all that stuff, or they could have, but they didn't. But what I didn't, granted, they did change him from being sat on by a hippo, because I'm sure he probably would have been dead. But when they actually finally made it to the elephant graveyard, what I didn't like is the fact that when they get there, Zazu is supposed to stop them. When he says, he first gets there, and this is before he laughs like ha 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 ha, danger, I walk on the wild side of danger. That part. Before that, Zazu was supposed to show up like, wrong. Let's check it out. Wrong. Only checking you're doing is to check out of here. We're way beyond the boundaries of the Pride Land. Look, Banana Beak is scared. That's Mr. Banana Beak to you. It's just like they took that part out. And then he walks on the wild side of danger and echoes into this elephant graveyard. Then the hyenas come out. And the hyenas were really serious in this film. Like they gave him a leader. They gave the hyenas a leader. It felt as if they put Scar and the hyenas on the same pedestal. Maybe that's the intention because they're outsiders or so. But they put Scar on the same level as the hyenas. So like there's not really a power balance, because in the film it seemed as if Scar was more dominant, and like he was a dominant figure. So when the hyenas show up, Shinji is Shinji, whatever the fuck, is like the leader of it, while they changed Ed and Fonz because they used to be the name Ed and Fonz and Shinji. Those are names, so they changed it to another. I don't remember the other two was off top, but they were more of a comedic relief in the film, I would say, while Shinji was like the more serious one. And I can appreciate that. I wouldn't say I didn't like it. It was just different. but they took out the part where Simba scratched him on the freaking nose. They took off the comedy part. Did we order this dinner to go? No. Why? Because there it goes. Just these little punchlines. Just like the ha ha ha. These are just being comedy and funny. They took that part away, man. When Mufasa showed up and saved them, I thought that was pretty cool. I felt like they held back on the scolding that Mufasa did for Simba. They held back. I felt like they held back, because it was like, Simba. Granted, they still had this kind of similar dialogue, but I feel like the execution of it was lacking a bit. I felt it didn't feel like, I don't know, the emotion wasn't there. I didn't feel emotion in there. I'm not sure if it's because of the faces or expressions of the lions or whatever, but I felt like I didn't feel it as much. Like, he's talking to it. You could have been killed. You deliberately disobeyed me. And what's worse, you put Nala in danger. I was only trying to be brave like you. Being brave doesn't mean you go looking for trouble. You know what I mean? But you're not scared of anything. I was today, motherfucker. You know what I mean? But anywho, yeah, they changed that so it wasn't impactful. But okay, I can appreciate that because they still had a little bonding moment where they talked about the skies and stuff like that. Then let's fast forward to when the hyenas and Scar, they are back in their lair, and then they have this interaction where they're about to start singing "Be Prepared." Now, this I feel like was the worst scene or the worst interpretation of the original. They messed this up. First off, the hyenas should have been in there scolding and thinking about excuse me. They should have been laughing like ooh, Mufasa, ooh. Ooh, and they just tingles me. Mufasa, Mufasa, Mufasa. Ooh. And then Scar comes out, I'm surrounded by idiots. That's just like, that needed to be in there, man. Oh, Scar, it's just you. We thought it was somebody important, that should have been in there. I practically gift wrapped you those cubs and you couldn't even dispose of them. They didn't get into that. Yeah, it wasn't like it was alone. Yeah, what are we supposed to do? Kill Mufasa? Precisely. That needed to be in there. Doom, 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 hum, boom, boom, hum. Man, that should have been in there. And also the part of the song of the "Be Prepared," even though they completely messed up that entire song. The "Be Prepared." What the fuck is "Be Prepared"? What the fuck is that? What is that? And they needed to have that part in there where they're like, yeah, he'll be king. To the death of the king. What, is he sick? No, fool, we're gonna kill him. But you said that I will be king. Stick with me. And hold on. They say, who needs a king? No king, no king. La 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 la. Idiots, there will be a king. But you said I will be king. Stick with me, and you'll never go hungry again. I want the king. Ha ha ha. They took all that out, man. Like, come on, man. Be prepared. That's the best song in the freaking film. Granted, Hakuna Matata, I Can't Wait to Be King is also pretty good. And also, Can You Feel the Love Tonight is pretty good as well. And also, Oh Wimbo, that's my favorite song, but we'll get there later. I didn't like that they changed the Be Prepared song. When Mufasa was getting ready to die, they took, hold on, let's rewind. When Scar and Simba met up again, they took away the part where he's like, well, I'll go with you. And then Scar's like, no. And he's like, no. They took away that part. I want them to add that part in there. And see, like I told you, I'm being very meticulous about it just because I know this film from front to back. It was cool that he had that iguana there and he was roaring and caused the stampede, contrary to his intentions or thoughts that the, hyenas are the ones who actually did it and, caused stampede, and Mufasa gets up there and tries to save him. And this scene was okay. They know how I feel about it. I didn't really feel as much as I should have felt in this particular scene, but I didn't like the way they killed Mufasa. I know he's going to die, but instead of just shoving him off, they made him punch him in the face. Scar punched Mufasa in the face, man. That's great. We should just throw him off, man. And the way he said, long live the king. Bruh, no. No, 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 no. It should have been long live the king. Like, come on. And then throw him off and then no. I feel like they messed up on that. Then Timon and Pumbaa were done really well. I think Timon and Pumbaa and the hyenas were done okay. I think they would probably be like the shining hope of the film. Then I'm sorry to say it, but the least appealing roles in this were the adult Nala and the adult Simba. They were not. Oh man, I didn't like it. I did not like it, man. They freaking ended up. I don't think they're really good voice actors. Beyonce, I really love her music and I love her as a. I think she's a really dope individual. Childish Gambino, big fan of his music and some of his shows. Atlanta, big fan of Atlanta, but voice acting is not a strong part for them. Like when they have to show emotion, if they're talking just normal, like monotone conversation, it's cool. But when they are having these deep sequences where they're conversing, I don't like the way they're inflicted. Like when Nala says when she's older, and I'm not a cub anymore. I'm no, something like that. I was just like, bruh, that voice acting is whack, man. So, but I much appreciation. Beehive, don't come for me, man, because I'm part of the Beehive. But I just got to be honest. Sometimes, critique is, it helps you get better. And I didn't like the voice acting and for the adult Simba or Nala. Did not like it. Did not like it one bit. It threw me off, man. Now, I'm gonna stop talking about so much what I didn't like about the film. But let me address these few things. When Mufasa, no, not Mufasa, when Zazu, I didn't like when Scar became king and Zazu was supposed to, like, instead of being chased out, he was supposed to be locked up. And they took away that nobody knows the trouble I seen. No one knows my sorrow. Oh, would you please do lighten up? Sing something with a little more bounce in it. It's a small world after all. Then he says, no, anything but that. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts, diddly-dee, and there they are, standing in the road, bump, 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 pink one, small one, Oh, I would never do this for Mufasa. What did you say? The law never ever mention the name of my kingdom. I am the king. Yes, you are the king. Then the hyenas show up and that's not right. Oh yeah. A hyena show up right there and then like, there's no food. Eat Zazu. You don't want to eat me. I'm so weak. And then he's like, well, I thought things would be better without move. He said, what did you say? I said move. And he said, ¿Qué pasa? Good. Now get out. But you said that. But we got no food. Out! It's like that sequence that they show in the original film. It shows that Scar is dominant. He's the dominant figure. He is the one that is the leader that they look up to. But in this one, they made the hyenas on his same level. So it seemed like more of a pact and more of a partnership versus being a lackey who's just following orders. That's what it felt like in this film. And what I didn't like, which kind of not ruined it, but it's just another thing that added on to the pile of shit that I didn't like, is when Timon and Pumbaa are running in during a big old fight or whatever, and then Zazu is locked up in a cage and they're running, and then he's like, let me out, and then Timon and Pumbaa running like, yo, let me in, And then that scene where they call him a pig. Granted, they still did something kind of like that. I think they did Pudgy or Piggy. I don't know what they said. They call him something different, but they changed that. Excuse me. They changed that up. I'm just like, why did y'all take that out, man? They call me Mr. Pig. And they just start to whooping ass, man. They took that part out. And another thing I'll stop with is they took out the part where Rafiki, when he's whooping ass, like he's actually like he gets the stick, he's surrounded by the hyenas, and then he just and they just they took that was the hardest fight scene. That shit was hard as hell when I first seen it as a kid, man. And they took that part out. So I was like, no, why? Why? Man, so and also when they fought the fight was good. You know, granted, Scar did whoop his ass mainly. And but instead of no, Scar didn't mainly they gave Simba the upper hand in this one. But in the anime, well, the animated film feature 2D, he threw him off. Like Scar was leaping at him, and he like hit him with the Ryu throw, and he fell into the little pit with the hyenas. And this one, he attacked him, and then he fell into the little pit. So they changed it up a bit, you know. But other than that, that's probably like a 15-20 minute rant of me talking about what I didn't like about the film. But other than that, granted, with all that being said, I actually did enjoy the film. You know, I obviously like the 2D animation of it better. But maybe they'll make a second part. Maybe they'll make Simba's Pride, and they'll have Kovu in there, and they'll have Kiara, you know, his daughter. You know, we'll see. But overall, I did enjoy the film. You know, I think it did it justice. It's just the voice acting on Simba and Nala as adults was bad. I did like the fact that they extended on the Awimba wet, Awimba wet, Awimba wet, Awimba wet. Oh, and I do I enjoy that part. But those are the few gripes that I have. Let me know y'all thoughts or your gripes about this particular film, and if y'all have seen it already, let me know, because I'm curious to know if you all feel the same way I feel. Okay, all right, enough of this 20-minute rant about Lion King. I mean, if you made it to this far about Lion King, hey, much love, I appreciate it. But let's move on to another pressing matter at hand. Is if you all haven't if you all don't know now, the Kyoto animation studio in Japan got burned down by an arson. Now, like, that's fucked up. Like, aside from anime not being able to be released and stuff like that, or their production company just being burned, people lost their lives, man. People lost their lives. And this is I'm not sure if it was a random attack, but I know the attack was done by someone who was previously incarcerated. Yeah, like he was locked up for like 3 years or something like that. He was known to have these mental issues. He threatened his neighbor a time, saying that if he didn't, like, he wanted the neighbor asked him to be quiet, and he threatened his neighbor that he would kill him, you know. So like, this dude was already disturbed, you know, but there's no excuse, there's no reasonable amount of cause to do this, to kill these innocent people who's producing and just living lives, man. Just enjoying themselves, just living life, just life in general. To take someone's life is a coward thing to do. And he had 11 gallons of gasoline. That is insane. What do you need 11 gallons for? So, like, he knew what he was doing. I'm not sure if there was a reason why he do it or a motive behind it, but that's, like, people are still dying. Like, they would go to, I think, like 34, 30, it's around the 30 amount of people the staff have died. That is insane, man. That is ridiculous. So, prayers and condolences and, you know, just the best wishes I can think of, man, is for the families and the friends and the fans and the people that were impacted by this, man, and people who feel this. Like, this is like, it's uncalled for, man. So he has a case of mental illness, so that's maybe part of the reason why he did it. So hopefully they can fix whatever's going on in his mind, because I know it must suck to be trapped in your mind like that and not being able to get out of it. But that's still no excuse to murder and kill and burn these people and do an attack like that. So once again, condolences, prayers, and wishes. I wouldn't even be doing anime justice if I wouldn't mention it, you know, because we all are part of this community, man. Like, yes, we like to see all these different animations and, you know, the Evergarden series and stuff that they made, and we enjoy that, man. But most importantly, man, we need these people. We need these people alive, because these people are the reason why we enjoy anime like this, man. So much much love to the family, condolences to the family and the friends and people who were impacted by this. It's a sucky situation, and I wish that I'm sure justice will get um, served in this case. But I just, man, it sucks, man. So once again, prayers to them. And I believe David's production, which is the production studio that does Fire Force, they halted the release of episode 3. I'm not sure if it's because of that anime being about fire or Fire Force, and it's probably just not in good taste for it. I don't, So I'm not sure if that's the reason, because they're not under the same production company, but still they halted production in respect for what happened at the Kyoto animation. So yeah, that sucks. But yeah, once again, prayers and condolences to them. Now let's music. Let's get to music. Let's see. No one hit me up for Spotlight, so I can't really put someone else in Spotlight. So I'll put myself in Spotlight. All right, I'll let you all listen to a project. Well, not a project. That's a song that I've been working on. Well, that I've worked on a while ago. It's in the anime world as well. So you'll probably know the beat. It's Bleach. I think it's Bleach. It should be Bleach. But I'll play it for like a minute and a half. Just a little snippet. So y'all get a good feel for it, alright? So yeah, here it goes. It's called I Don't Care. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Grab my water real quick. This was actually produced by Killing Spree.
Killing Spree.
This has to be comedy, cause I can't take you serious. Pessimism won't affect me while it's making you furious. I laugh and I laugh while you are boiling with rage. I sip my tea like I'm Kermit and keep a smirk on my face. I can really care less about the things that you do if it don't pertain to me or anyone in my crew. I keep it moving like traffic that's in the toll road lane. I don't focus on anything that could damage my brain. I'm an artist that's painting. Check out the sights on my canvas. Although I do get distracted, I make a way and I manage. I feel the hate in the air and hear the pain in your voice. I see the strain in your eyes and how you're losing your voice. I stay cool as a room that's getting good ventilation. I pay attention when needed if it can give stimulation. A lot of y'all getting angry over what you can't control, and let that be the reason you move away from your goal. Oh, what you mad? You upset? You feeling frustrated and now you stressed? Well, I don't care. Oh, what you mad? And you upset? You feeling frustrated and now you stressed? Well, I don't care. You take it.
All right. That's just a little snippet of it. I'll probably be releasing my mixtape or album. I'm not sure what it's going to be. So it'll probably have some of these tunes on it, so you can all check it in. So if y'all have any channels or anything you want me to promote in this spotlight, this is particularly for y'all. Just, message me, leave a comment, and I'll check it out, and I'll, support you. Y'all support me, I want to support y'all, but yeah, that song, it's been a while, so I need to put it out. But yeah, that's the spotlight portion. Now, oh yeah, let's get into what happened as far as like the Marvel release. Marvel has, let's go to that. Bam. All right. Marvel has released their lineup of like the new films. They have Black Widow, I'm not familiar with Eternals. They have the Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I'm not familiar with that either. They have WandaVision, not familiar with that. Doctor Strange, I'm familiar with that. Loki, I'm familiar with that. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, that should be pretty interesting. And Thor 4, Love and Thunder. Interesting. Fucking hiccups. All right, that's an interesting choice. They didn't mention Black Panther or Guardians of the Galaxy, because after Endgame, it was under I was thinking that they would freaking release something with Thor and the Guardians of the Galaxy, traveling together. Since those are a part of the comics, it'd be um Ragnarok. I don't know what the fuck they call it. I forgot what it's called, but Thor was supposed to be part of them. So, but they're not here. It's not mentioned. So maybe it'll be mentioned somewhere else. And also Black Panther 2. I don't see it mentioned here, man. Unless I'm missing something, but I don't see it here. But Thor 4 is supposed to come out in 2021. Damn. That's wild. But I'm actually interested in Loki and Doctor Strange. That should be good. And what I'm really looking forward to that they didn't mention is like Venom. Venom and Spider-Man, because spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the new Spider-Man Far From Home, or is it Homecoming? Far From Home. With Mysterio. They made Mysterio snitch on Spider-Man, and he revealed to the world that he's Peter Parker. Whoa, dude, like calm down. You a hating ass dude. You a hating ass villain, man. I'm over here trying to live my life as a normal student. Now you gonna tell these people that I'm the bad guy and that I'm Peter Parker, So, and also Tom Hardy, I think he's a really good Venom. Also, Tom Holland, I think he's a really good Spider-Man. So, and they said that they're going to merge the worlds together, since everything is going to be under one umbrella. So I'm interested to see that, because Venom is like one of my favorite freaking heroes of. Well, he's like an anti-hero, kind of. He's not really a hero, but that's why I like him, because he's on the fence. He does good things, does bad things, can't really tell sometimes. That's why I like him. And also I like Carnage too, but not as much as Venom. So that's what I'm excited to see, but they haven't mentioned anything about it. I actually like the Venom that they came out with. I actually think it's a really good one. So I'm curious to see how that's going to go. Black Panther, I'm waiting for that to announce. Is M'Baku going to be fighting for like the being a king of Wakanda since T'Challa done stepped out? So it's all good things to look forward to, man. So shout out to SDCC for releasing those little freaking tidbits of information to us, man. And yeah, man, we got more films to look forward to, man. So I'm excited for that. And also, we need to talk about manga. Okay, now I'm talking about Dragon Ball Super. So if you don't follow the manga of Dragon Ball Super, you probably don't want to watch the last 10 minutes of this, or 5 minutes, or whatever, how long I'm gonna talk about it, just because it's gonna be spoiler alert. So spoiler alert, it's not gonna be spoiler alert, it's gonna be a spoiler, so spoiler alert. All right. Moro, his third wish was to wish back his free his comrades who are locked up. So now his comrades are all on the new planet Namek, fighting against Vegeta and Goku and the Namekians and the Galactic Force and all that stuff. That's, I think that's pretty cool, because for a while now, it's like the same song and dance. There's a bad guy, they find out who it is, they get strong, and they power up, and they eventually beat him. Now with Maro, it's confusing. It's like I don't know how they're going to beat him, because he drains their energy. He absorbs the energy of the planet he's on, and he gets stronger from this. This is insane, So it's just like you can't beat him with just physical power and stuff. Like you just can't do it, because it's not working. You know what I mean? And like it's noted, because as Goku's fighting, he's like, oh shit, I'm in God mode now. Oh shit, now I'm in level 3, and then he just get knocked out of his form. And same thing happens with Vegeta. It's like they get knocked out of their base forms because of the energy he's absorbing. And so they have to run away. They have to flee again. And so during this little flee, since they weren't strong enough to handle Moro and his little baddies, his goons, they decided, yo, man, we gotta get this instant transmission, get the fuck up out of here, man. We gotta bounce. But there's a little spaceship that shows up, and Vegeta, he's just sitting there like, man, this is some bullshit, man. Like, this is some bullshit. These fucking god powers and fucking magic. Like, what is this? I am a Saiyan. We fight with our physical pride on the line, and our strength, our strongest attributes, our physical strength. And he's just like, man, fuck this, man. He said, I can't keep doing the same song and dance, man. I got to get to a new beat, man. I got to get to a new dance floor. I got to find my rhythm, man, so I can move the way I need to. And so instead of going with Goku and Boo and, you know, the rest of the other people that's going back or whatever, Vegeta, they instant transmission since Vegeta, you know, he flies off and goes towards the spaceship of the Galactic Force. Or was it the Galactic Force or was it just somebody? No, I think it was the Galactic Force. He says, where are we going? We're going to planet Yardred. So Vegeta is going to planet Yardred. Did not see that coming. And you know what? I'm honestly happy that happened. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. Look at that. Legit fucking goosebumps. Look at that shit. Fucking hair. Goosebumps. Ah! Get legit goosebumps thinking about that shit. But for Vegeta to go to planet Yardred is dope because he's going to learn something. He's going to learn something else. And me and my friend John, we were talking about this. It's just like, you want to give these other characters some different kind of development, you know, because it's just like the power scaling in this series is hard to even tell, you know, because Goku was Krillin was going hand in hand with Goku when he was in God mode. Blue level, like, no, like that doesn't make sense, you know. So, and you know, other characters need shine. You know, I feel like Goten and Trunks, they need to step up and get some kind of shine, man. Regular Gohan, you need to get some shine. Android 17, he got shine in the last arc. So I feel like other characters are needing some shine and not letting Goku just be the main one who saves the day all the time. Granted, I'm okay with it because Goku's my favorite character, but it adds a little bit diversity to the cast when you switch it up a bit. So Vegeta going to planet Yardred, and he has to learn something new because Goku, when he came back from planet Yardred and he learned instant transmission, he said something along the lines of they have many different abilities and things that they can teach you, and they taught him instant transmission. Now, it would be stupid for Vegeta to go to a different planet just to learn instant transmission. Maybe he will learn instant transmission because it'll be able to get him out of there, which would be dope. He's learning everything that Goku's learning, you know. But on top of that, I'm sure he's going to learn a new ability. He will have to learn something that either seals magic, or maybe he'll be able to be immune to his energy being absorbed. It'll have to be something along those lines where they're able to face off and beat this Moro guy, because currently how they are, I don't even see Beerus being able to beat him, simply for the fact that he's able to absorb their energy. I just don't see how it's possible, man. So whatever he learns on planet Yardred or whatever, I'm hoping it's something good, and I'm hoping it's something that enables them, that creates something new, that adds a new flair to it. You know, granted, I want Broly to show up again. That would be sick. I want Jiren to show up. I want Caulifla. I want Kale. I want all those cool characters from the other universes to show up again. And so I'm thinking that whatever he's going to learn, maybe Goku will learn, or maybe this would be significant and special, particularly to Vegeta. But that's what I'm excited for, is just the direction that Dragon Ball is going, because you would never even predicted that freaking Vegeta would be going to a different planet and learn these powers, man. So I think that's pretty cool that he's doing that. So if y'all haven't watched Dragon Ball Super, let me know what y'all think about that series and where they are going to go, and what your thoughts are about Vegeta going to planet Yardred. Let me know. That's if y'all follow Dragon Ball Super. Now let's get into trendy. We're going to get into trendy topics. Man, okay. Let's see what is trending in the world here. Hold on, let's go all good. What is trending? Let's see. Emotions ran high as Jensen Ackles, Jared Padalecki. I don't know what the fuck. Oh, they say farewell. I don't know why they're saying farewell. They have a "We Love You" Cardi and "We Love You" Nicki. Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. I don't understand. Okay, let's see. I don't understand why this is trending. Like, what happened? They don't know what you hate. Fuck them. Why is this trending? Cardi, thought of you being sad hurts me so much because you are the one that I turn to when I'm sad. You are the one that makes me smile when I'm going through shit. Please know that Barty Gang is here for you, baby. I don't know what the fuck this is, man. I like both of the rappers. I like Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. You know what sucks about that is in the hip hop community, they always try to pit artists against each other. Like, I honestly feel like, you know, Cardi B, she has her own little stardom that she has, which is cool. She's a dope person. Like, her personality, she's cool, real, she's honest, she's vulnerable, and she makes good tunes. She makes good tunes, and her personality is what people fall more in love with. Nicki Minaj, on the other hand, she's a real lyricist, and she is the epitome of a rap artist because she writes all of her rhymes, and she takes pride in that. And you know, it's just like they're two of the hottest artists in the game. And they always are pitted against one another. And I would love for them to work together, man. That would be so sick, man. Just like two artists at the top of their game, both females, would be a good thing for females, also be a good thing for the rap game to see those two together. So I feel like this industry just creates this. Granted, I'm sure Nicki Minaj doesn't make it any better because she has this little snobby attitude at times, you know, but sometimes I would say it's warranted, but it's part of her allure, I would say. But you know, you can't be buddy buddy with everyone, but it would be nice to see those two collab and work together and, you know, make good music, you know? So yeah, man, that's what I feel about that. What else is trending? Brown Skin Girl Challenge, Pokemon Go Community Day. I don't know anything about that. I never played Pokemon Go. I've never been into games. Actually, you know what? I've never been into games that's on cell phones. I've never been into those. It's never been my cup of tea. Like, I would rather play it on a console or maybe on a PC or something like that. But I've never been a fan because, for one, if you play games on your battery, your phone is just going to drain your freaking battery, and you won't be able to, you know, do more important stuff that you need to be doing on your phone. So that's another thing that I kind of don't like about playing games on phones. But yeah, I never played Pokemon Go or anything like that. Granted, I did. They had like a Street Puzzle Fighter because on the phone, I downloaded that because I really enjoy Puzzle Fighter. Like, that was like my favorite game on PlayStation for a while, like back in the day. Street Puzzle Fighter, that was my joint. Had Morgan in there, Donovan, Felicia. Had some of the like the Dark Stalker characters on there. So yeah, but that's throwback. That's way back. But yes, Alex Smith. I thought I saw Jeff. Live with Jeff and Phoenix. We were both on EG. Game personality Jeff. Oh, he died. I don't know who that is, but man, that sucks. He dies at, hold on. Dies at 33. I didn't know Jeff. Damn, I don't know who he is at all. But he's part of the esports community. Oh man, that sucks. That sucks. I hate hearing about people dying at dinner. Sudden illness. He died to a sudden illness. We gotta figure out what this illness is, man. That sucks. Okay. You know, hearing news like this, like, granted, I don't know him, but his life, I'm sure, impacted people. He has a following, I'm sure, and he has family, he has friends. I don't know why he died. He said just of an illness. Make sure you all be cautious of everything that you put in your bodies, and don't give into temptation, and just take things that always taste good, because everything that you put in your body is the reason why you are feeling the way you're feeling. It creates these, and it may not seem like, I'm just putting my food in my body, but the saying, you are what you eat, is so true. You are what you eat. You literally are that. And I'm not sure if that was the cause of his death or anything like that, but just be careful of the things that you put in your body. But prayers to Jeff and his family and things like that, and people who are affected by that, man. That sucks. Sorry to hear things like that, but condolences, fam. Yeah, man, I think that's about it for the trending. We don't really need to go any more into the trending topics. But yeah, man, this has been fun. So I know I've been talking about Lion King, Dragon Ball, well, mainly Lion King for like the first 20 minutes, but I had to get that off my chest, man. So if y'all seen that movie, let me know what y'all thought about it. The voice acting is really what did it for me. For Lion King, for Mufasa, not Mufasa, for Simba and Nala, adult Nala. I didn't like it as much, but other than that, I enjoyed the film. I'm excited for what's happening in Dragon Ball Super. Excited for what's happening in Marvel film, and condolences to Jeff, and also condolences to the people in the Kyoto animation fire, the staff, and I hope make a speedy recovery. Hope y'all get well. So, but other than that, man, hey man, we good. We're good here, buddy. So yeah, I want to help y'all. Well, not help y'all. Well, I want to shine some light on things that you all doing. So if y'all have any websites that y'all promoting, if y'all have any Twitter or gaming channel, if you have a business you're starting, if you have anything that you want me to help you just shine some light on, feel free, man. Granted, I know these channel views for the podcast aren't as big, but it'll grow. We'll get there together. All right. But yeah, just let me know. I want to put y'all on the spotlight. Until then, we'll be hearing my songs, the snippet of my songs, and I'll actually be releasing some songs pretty soon. So stay tuned for those. All right. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you all. I love you all from the bottom of my achy and you all make sure you do things that are good to people, because karma is real and it comes back to you. You know what I mean? So take care. We'll see you all next week in episode number 4. Look out for my reaction to Black Clover this week, tomorrow, because it's going down. It's going down. Black Clover going down. I'm excited for that. But yeah, man, I'm out this piece like violence.